Welcome to Inference and Incense, where insight meets intuition.
That reminds me of one thing. Do you remember when we were little, we had to use dictionary to learn English words, right? And then the English teacher always like, hey, once you find a difficult word you never recognize, just look it up in dictionary, and then in the definition you'll see more foreign words. So you just keep going. But I mean, at the time, usually I go like 5 words, maybe like even less, right? You stop because you couldn't take the load anymore. But right now, with the phone, like short phone videos, you get easily distracted, and then after half an hour, you're getting nowhere, and then you're just constantly trapped in new ideas.
I know, and I think, speaking of that nowhere, that abundance of choice, it gives us this mistaken understanding that possibility means achievement and milestone. And I think this is an interesting stat, not to say good or bad, but in the early or pre 2010, 3 out of 10 college students would change their majors by the end of it. But nowadays, after the late 2010s, 1 in 2 changed their major.
Oh wow, it still happens because my husband was just telling me that even at a PhD level, because he's now teaching DBA program, and then like 2 out of 5 they change. You think at PhD level they're quite determined, but
Yeah.
no. So that's how horrible it is, and that maybe that's what the adulthood is now. The devotion is a new frontier of freedom, and then we're losing it in a world where everything can change. The real revolution is choosing to stay still.
Yeah. And I think there's a stat, I think you like this, that I read recently from some psychology. And it's about the people who consider so many options before deciding. They report higher regrets. It's called the maximization's behavior. It's kind of funny, right? It's a lot more regrets, more late nights, more what ifs when you have more options.
I think it's actually more intuitive than it sounds if you apply that in the love life, right? If you keep thinking about someone, like asking about what ifs before you propose, that means you have doubts. Compare with you fall in love in the first sight, and then you know it's him or her. You just know it. But if you're asking a lot of questions, hey, you regret later.
Yeah, I think we become this sort of optimization junkie. More freedoms, more choice, more loneliness.
Maybe, but do you think it gets better with the AI? Because AI can help you make choices.